In chapter 6, I learned about site valuation. I learned that an appraiser will come out and determine what will be the highest and best use for a land. I also learned about whether a land will have more value if it's vacant rather than having more value if it's developed. This chapter also taught me about plottage, which means when a lot is too small to be developed and have any value, it will be joined into surrounding lots. Methods of appraising a land will be market or direct sale comparison, allocation method, abstraction method, the development method, land residual method, and ground rent capitalization method. And best use of a land, it will be the reasonable and the most probable one that will have the best value. If the property was previously appraised, that appraisal will no longer be valid. If the previous appraisal shows that the land was to be used as a commercial lot, and the new appraisal determined that no, the land will have more value if there is a multifamily home unit on the lot, then the commercial will be demolished and there would be the appraiser will determine whether the lot can be used. It is called legally non-conforming use, which means that when the zoning lots change, the existing use can be kept, but it cannot it would only be temporary. It can also be interim use, which means that the business can stay, but in the future it will have no value. So there's no point of keeping it or redeveloping it. Sometimes a lot can also have more value if it is vacant than if it is developed. So if there is a business on the lot and the appraiser comes in and determines that the lot will have um, more value if it was just a vacant land, um, they will come in and see how much the demolition will cost, the cleanup will cost, and how much what would be the best use of the land in the long run, and they will determine whether the lot will have more value if it is to be vacant. Is combining two or more lots to allow for a more profitable and highest use for that land. Um, if the lot is too small to be developed and it will never have any value to it, then the appraiser will need to determine whether the lots will have more value being joined into one. I would have never thought that a land would have more value as being vacant. I thought that um, the land would have a better use always as if it was developed, if it's a business, if there's a business on that lot, if it's a family, if a single family home or a multi-family home, that it would have more value. But this chapter taught me that no, sometimes the land has can be developed differently, and the appraiser will determine what will be the best use for that lot.